YouTube, what's up? This is 24 hours of Trav with my 0% magic find, endgame Fury Druid. It took me about 2 weeks of playing, about 2 hours per day. Going for max clear speed, we are doing this solo online. It takes about 30 seconds to a minute to clear the council, so it is roughly 1400 runs. Focusing on charms, jewels, and runes, but I am sure we'll find some good magic items along the way. The build link will be in the description below or in the linked video. The only change I made was giving my merc a flickering flame to boost our fire res. I picked this location for this project because it was easy for the Fury Druid because it has no teleport. The first notable drop here is a Rainbow Facet and a Magic Monarch. Poison Facet, so probably the least used one, a -5 +4 is not bad. I'd probably use it on a Poison Nova build. And for the Monarch, we were looking for a J mod or a J Moss. We got the Monarch of the deflecting part, but not the Jeweler's mod, which would have given it 4 sockets. Only a few runs later, and we get our first high rune from Trav. Game's easy, right? Sir Rune, not a bad start. Next drop was a pair of set heavy bracers. Trang's gloves. These are a great caster glove to have and can be used in many mid to end game builds. Perfect 74 defense ones can go for some good stones. This next hour was Terrorized Trav, but some streamers had other ideas. Dclone popped 5 times in this hour, which kind of messed up my Trav runs. Good thing Dclone is easy for a Fury Druid. Here's the first Annie. Not even worth keeping. Because we are Terrorized, we get a Sunder Charm drop. Nice little perfect Fire Sunder. Fire and Cold Sunders are the most common though. This time on the way to the council, we pop a small charm. Have to go back and get it. 319 and 1 to Dex. Not a bad small charm. Would be decent for a Fury Druid like this or a Barb. This next run, we get a unique Thresher to drop. It's not ethereal, but that's okay because the Reaper's Soul is actually a really good choice for a Fury Druid build. This can roll up to 240% on the ED and 15% on the Life Leech. We got a good roll of 237 and 14 Life Leech. The attack speed on this is pretty great, along with the ignore target defense, 33% chance of deadly strike, and a chance to proc decrep. This makes for a very suitable option for a Fury build. Next we get a unique Vampire Fang belt, the Nosferatu Coil. An interesting one, but not commonly used, but has some interesting stats. 7 Life Leech is the highest roll, 10% increased attack speed, could be useful for hitting a breakpoint for the Fury Druid or a Javazon, and mana after kill, along with slows target by 10% for those boss fights. You can see the Act 5 Merc with the Flickering Flame does a great job surviving those Hydras. Trav has been a great place for charms. I've found a lot. Here's another notable Grand Charm. +1 fire skills with 12% faster hit recovery. This is actually really good because my Fire Sork build, the main thing that's lacking in the build is faster hit recovery. I'm sure this would go for some pretty decent runes. Here is another unique belt for Dungos. Unfortunately, it only rolled 12% on the DR, but it's still an okay belt for a Fury Druid. Here was another surprise dclone pop during the Trav runs. I run into this far corner to get my merc to follow me properly, then we can take on dclone. As you can see, dclone is no problem. Would be better if my merc would get a decrep proc off. I don't think he's even attacking him though. Don't worry, the Annie was trash. Next we get a set Death Mask. Tal's Helm. Full Tal set is actually one of the best sets in the game, but it's also a very good budget option for a merc due to its 10% life leech. A lot of small charms, but none have been really noteworthy. Here's one that is worth mentioning. 3% faster run walk and 9 cold res. I would use this on my Javazon build. Next, we get the first unique ring in the project. What's it gonna be? Manald. Classic. At least it's 7% mana leech. Next, we have a unique Monarch. This is the Storm Shield. Only the defense roll on this varies. A perfect one would be 519. 514, it's okay. Useful for those hardcore players or players that love max block. Another pair of Trang's gloves. Will these ones roll perfect? Yes. 74 defense, Trang's gloves. Good find. Nice, we get into Shootas. Needs to be +3 or bust. 319, 17. Not bad if you were going to use it for a lightning build, but there are certainly better options for lightning builds. But if you didn't have anything else, it's pretty cool. I picked up so many blue jabs in this project. No 640s, but this was the closest. 240. Trav, great place for magic jabs, I guess. Another Sork Orb. If you saw my last video, you know we don't want this. I don't think I need to ID this, but it's the Oculus. Next, we get another little small charm. 5% faster hit recovery, and 9 fire res. Pretty cute find. Nothing perfect, but useful. Picked up some rare boots. Baby tri-res boots with some 10 faster hit recovery. Cool, but I probably wouldn't use them. Too much magic find for me. Picked up another notable Grand Charm here. Plain Light Skiller. Worth about 2 is to Vex usually. Pretty nice. On the next run, we find another cool Grand Charm. Attack rating and 31 life Grand Charm. Might be useful for those melee builds stacking attack rating. Another Magic Monarch. Can we get a J-Mod?
Bruh.
Again with the fake J-Mod. These must not be that rare. This next Grand Charm is an interesting one. Another skiller, it's a Shadow Disciplines for the Assassin. PVM, this is pretty useless, but this could be useful for some PvP Assassin. Next we get a unique Grim Shield. This is the Lidless Wall. This is a decent mid-game shield with its +1 to all skills and added mana, but its main purpose is on swap for builds that do not have the strength for a Monarch. Simply used for the +1 to all skills on swap for battle orders. In the same run, we get another skill Grand Charm. Another Fire Skiller. This one with some added gold find would be perfect for Trav running. The next run, we get a pair of one of my favorite boots in the game. Set battle boots are Alder's boots. They can roll up to 50% on the fire res. These ones aren't perfect, but still an amazing boot to use from mid to endgame. We're almost at the end of the 24 hours here, and runes have been severely lacking. I typically would not even highlight or pick up an Unmaroon, but there have been so few runes that I'm adding it in. And here is the last notable rune drop in the project, a pole rune. Trav, not a good place for runes. Next, some unique chain gloves. These are chance cards. These can roll up to 40% on the magic find. Wow, total crap. Ooh, a Fury Visor. This is cool if you are a barb and want to turn into a wolfie. The Wolf Owl. This one has many ranges for each of these rolls. This one is pretty mid, but still cool. I've actually been looking for this belt because I want to make a Poison Necro. This is the Trang's belt. Early game cannot be frozen is nice, but paired with 2 other parts, Trang's gloves and Trang's wing, gives you 40% cold res and minus 25% enemy poison res, which could be the best in slot for a Poison Necro. Lots of blue goodies here. Small Charm, Grand Charm, and some jabs. Okay, jabs are crap. Ooh, but this small charm is not bad. 218-16. I could use this on a barb. Here we are. This is the last drop in the project. There is only one green amulet we want. Will it be it? Talzami. This is actually super rare in Hell and only the second one I found in D2R in over 4,000 hours of playing. So yeah, that's it. Trav, not good for high runes, but good for charms and magic jabs apparently. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to do so below. Thanks for watching. Up next will be the Whirlwind Barb. I'll see you in the next one.